Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Hey you! Congrats on finishing another school year, and now we're finally stepping into our summer breaks. As happy as it could sound, 2 years ago I was in the exact same position, chilling, relaxing, and really not doing anything productive. And guess what? That became one of my biggest regrets in life, which is really taking a break during summer breaks. As ironic as it sounds, it is the truth. Now, as a rising senior college student, I finally realized how we can truly utilize that time to do something productive. So below are 5 things that I really wish I knew earlier in college, especially during summer breaks. First things first, so regret number 1 is not utilizing the time to really work out during summer. And by workout, I mean really using those 2 months to form a habit to exercise. What I realized is that I became much more toned, not necessarily skinny, but because of that, I also became much more confident on a mental level. What is even more important is throughout this process, you can understand what type of workout best suits you, meaning what type of workout that you really enjoy doing and what type of workout is the most efficient for you, like, burns you the most fat. So regret number 2 is not really taking the time to learn about my own passions / interests / hobby. So I feel like the exploration of your own interests often gets ignored, especially during the semester, because you're often occupied with a lot of things like academics, friends, homework, etc. So the reason why this became my regret is because last semester, when I was meeting some new friends, they asked me a question.
So what do you like to do?
And I realized I was giving the default answer, travel, sleeping, and watching a movie, when in reality, I don't know if that's something I love to do. So in summertime, go try different activities, go try explore your passion. Also just try finding something that make you really happy even if you're doing that thing alone. After the discussion of our mental health, now it's time to get to the real business. Internship. I very fortunately received my first internship offer in my last year of high school at a law firm. But I do think the importance of getting an internship is not, getting into big companies, but instead to really feel what it's like to work. So let's say you're not completely ready to work, which is totally okay. What I recommend is really utilize the summertime to learn about the positions that you want to get the upcoming year. So moving on to my next regret, also one that I am deeply experiencing right now, which is not preparing for my GRE test early. If you're currently in college and you are considering the possibility of studying abroad for your master's degree, now is your time to learn about your programs and the specific requirements of your programs, such as your GPA requirement, your essays, also your GRE scores. So the GRE, similar to the idea of SAT and ACT, is specifically for grad schools. So taking myself as an example again, I'm currently looking into some USC, NYU, Northwestern programs, and they all either require or suggest submitting the GRE score as like a supporting element, right? I happened to look at the GRE website and see that they actually had a huge change in September, where now their testing time is shortened to less than 2 hours, and the scores will come out in about 8 to 10 days, which is relatively shorter. So I think this is definitely something worth your time looking into, especially when, during the semester, you probably have to juggle between so many different things. And prepping for a test, I would say is a pretty big deal. My last regret is really not taking enough time to network and break that information barrier. So what I wish I did earlier, especially during the summertime, is really taking the time to reach out to my professors, my classmates, my senior friends, just to talk and communicate with them, whether the topic is about their personal goals, career directions, the classes, or just anything. I promise those information will be so helpful. Whew, well, it looks like we actually gotta do a lot during summer breaks. But I still gotta say, it's totally okay to chill and relax during this time. But as long as you're maintaining that positive attitude towards studying and improving, I promise you from my personal experience, then during the semester, your anxiety level will drastically.
小红书